All great solutions all night long to make your life the best we can. And now we're gonna bring more light into your life. And it's really awesome because this is a mobile way of truly having light in those dark places. It might be under your kitchen cabinet. Do you have that old closet that doesn't have a light or has one little lame-o bulb and you really need a bright light? Well, that's exactly what we have with QBeam. And in this combination, we actually have a set of 5 in 3 different colors, but a little heads up, I know the taupe is gonna sell out in this airing. So we have the gray, we have the white, and we have the taupe. And boy, I'll tell you what, it is a super bright light. And to talk about it and show you why is Miss Tim Wilkins. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Suzanne.
Welcome back.
Hi, nice to see you.
It's good to see you.
Well, this is the first one that we've had with a dimmer. It's a new technology that we brought in a while back called chips on board. And all these things, the benefits that we've put in this 5-pack are incredible. Now, you see I just turned that off and you see those 2 little bars of light right there. Those are not bulbs, those are individual bulbs. So everywhere there would have been 1 bulb, there's now 9 to 15 to 18 welded directly to the circuit board. Now what that does, you see how incredibly bright that gets, and when we dim the lights you're gonna see, but that gives you less failure rate for the bulbs, less heat from the bulbs, which means longer life for the bulbs and less energy, so the batteries are gonna last a lot longer. So this is super cool. Now, turn this around, 3 ways to attach this. Hook and loop right here, so you can pull it off the wall whenever you want. Magnets, so if you're gonna put it on your fuse box, under the hood of your car to be your work light, out on your workbench, super cool there. Put it on the side of the RV and take it around as your walk-around light, or mount it with the screw on the hole here that comes around. But the beauty is, again, how incredibly bright that is. This is the same technology as the flat panel TVs or the big stadium screens now you see that you go, how does a screen that big?
It looks so vivid.
It's so vivid and so bright. It's the chips on board technology.
No kidding.
That's it, just let you in on a big secret at home. Check it out.
That's really, and those are big screens that take a lot of light to be able to see them, especially if the color's so rich and beautiful. And these are bright. Like a lot of people have tried, you know, those little lights, little tap lights, whatever they are, and you've been so disappointed in them. This is the one you want to try because it really does illuminate a big, generous space.
Now it does, and I'm gonna show you a whole bit here and show you how much brighter it is than all these other flashlights, which will be super fun. But I've been telling a bunch of stories over the last few months that have all now come full circle. So I ended up, after I went up to get the Christmas decorations down, finding out that I couldn't find the light in my attic, which was not a joy. We're gonna bring the lights down, I'll show you how bright this is. Couldn't find the light in the attic, so I put one up so I could even find the pull thing for the, okay, there it is right there, okay. Now this is a regular flashlight right here, I'll finish that story in a minute. Here. Okay, here's the other one that's just a regular bulb. Look at that. Now here's my big heavy duty police flashlight. Compared to, I got that one on here, I'll turn this one off so you can see it.
Oh, wow.
Look at the difference. That's my big 10-pound police flashlight right there that takes 4 double D batteries.
Wow.
Look at that, 4D batteries versus that, and that's the light you're getting. Here's my other little plastic flashlight. That shouldn't even be a flashlight right there. That's a match that's gonna blow out in a second. And then that one. I've had a fuse going bad for my hot water heater and just had 18 people in my house for a few days. I needed to get the hot water fixed because I couldn't risk going out there with this to try and find that. But this has been an invaluable resource for all those spaces. Now, if I come over here to the little cabinet, if you have a thing where you have to get up in the middle of the night and take a medicine, you want to make sure that when you get up, you're not taking daytime medicine at midnight or nighttime medicine at 5 in the morning and wrecking your whole day or your whole night's sleep. If you have a spice cabinet like I do, you want to be able to reach in there and say, all right, I'm getting the cumin and not the cayenne pepper.
Right.
Because that, or the cinnamon. If you have food, you want to go in here, you've got all those spaces you can't see. You're getting 5 of these. You want to make sure that if you want tomato paste, you're getting tomato paste and not stewed tomatoes or canned tomatoes. And if you're getting the right fruit, you definitely want to make sure you're getting mandarin oranges in light syrup and not apricots in heavy syrup.
And wait, and guys, I want to explain something too, because of our television cameras, it's very difficult. They need a lot of light to show pictures. It's still clear. You know, you can turn that off if you want. I can still read all the cans down below. Even though it looks darker here, it actually is illuminated as well. So I just love to point that out.
So think about all those dark spaces now as I really light this up.
Yeah.
If you're going into a closet to make sure you're getting the blue suit instead of the black suit.
Or me, it's the black shoe or the blue shoe.
Or the blue shoe, and you don't want to go out. Look at that, that's a pretty big flashlight with a great big battery. Look at the size of that big square battery. That's a $10 battery that would take. You'd get 2 of our lights that you can take anywhere, and look how bright, how much illumination you're getting from that. And you've got the dimmer switch So you can take that to the perfect amount.
That's great.
If this is gonna be your walk around, get up in the middle of the night, go check on a noise or use the restroom kind of light, this can just pull off of the cabinet, pull off of the metal case there and walk around as your night light, and you don't have to carry a big heavy flashlight.
And there's always these places. I used to live in a very old home up in Philadelphia, and our basement had just those little bare bulbs, and it's a really old house, so it didn't have a lot of lights down there. This would have been perfect for that. We didn't have that option back then when I lived in Philly. Also, too, it's that dark closet, you know, where maybe you have one light, but it doesn't illuminate the corner. Maybe it's underneath a bunch of clothes, and you've got things underneath it on origami shelves. You want to be able to see them. This under the kitchen sink. How do you not have this under the kitchen sink?
When you're getting 5, you can say spice cabinet, kitchen sink,
right.
the attic. So when I went up to go get the Christmas decorations, I couldn't find the pull for the switch. Then I had to go back in a little, you know, I'll tell you this straight away. I was a Marine, I still get weird about bugs. So I'm up in this little crevice, so I've put 2 in the attic now because I felt this spider web and got all freaked out. I said, no, I'm putting another one up in the attic. Oh. So 2 of them are up in the attic, one's at the fuse box now so that I can go out there if I need to do that, and then 1 under the sink. And now if you're doing this, getting 2 sets, 2 in the closet, where your shoes are gonna be. Right. You can now do that so you're not leaving with black shoe and blue shoe.
Right.
You're not leaving with black
pinstripe. On the garage, it might be a workbench. For me, it's a sewing area. You know, if you're not, you need that extra light, but you don't wanna have somebody come in and wire it and put in fancy light for you. Can you imagine that? Just to help you see better when you're sewing or doing your hobbies. I have to give an update though. The taupe, which is right here, is now completely sold out. So we have to say goodbye to the taupe. All we have now would be the gray, and we have the 5 white set, and it is a set of 5. Now, we're doing a price break. What's important? Oh, is it? Okay, and white is now the most limited. So taupe is totally gone. Can we
can pull that.
Yeah, can we take that away? I'm gonna take that away. So we're down to the gray and the white. The white's gonna be the next one to go. So if you want the white, that is the most limited. And you know you've got those spaces. You're like, I've got them. They're all over the house. I've got those dark spots. I can't find anything. What an awesome way to get 5 lights that are totally mobile as well. You know, if you do a lot of camping, I think this would be brilliant. If you're in a tent, how awesome would this be?
Brilliant. Now, if you want to use this anywhere you've got metal, your workbench, your fuse box, the side of the RV, a lot of people like to visit other RV sites. So you can leave that there, turn that on, put a few of them on the side. You can light up where your folding chairs are. Idea. But if you want to go visit other friends at other campsites, you just take it off and walk around with it. Yeah. Put it back on metal. If you want to have one on the front of your workbench or in the front of your toolbox, how great is that? Because that is metal there, or you've got hook and loop on the back, or you can mount it with the screw. Having 5, you have the option to put it in all those dark spaces you just don't have light for without an electrician. You've got a great point.
Well, because think about it too. Your closet, I have a 1920s little bungalow house. There are no lights in any of our closets whatsoever. So there's just not a light to be had. So, you know, it's so nice to be able to see what you're pulling out or where you're trying to find, or if you're digging for something down below. It's just great to have that extra light. And what an awesome price break on this too. Once again, it's one of those items, you get it at home. If you don't love it, you can send it back. But I'm telling you, the illumination on this is so vibrant. It is truly a bright light.
And it's a beautiful color that does run the gamut with this dimmer between a soft night, the dimmer. Having this on here, almost no other light you're gonna see out there now with the COB technology has the dimmer. All right, here you can really see the panels illuminated. And as I bring it up, you'll see what looks like individual LEDs. Well, I'll turn it down just a little bit more. I can see them. There we are. Individual little LEDs. Those are actually 9 separate LEDs where a normal 1 bulb would come. Now, the other advantage of that, all the LEDs there give you multi-directional light as opposed to where the bulb just gives you directional light out. So you're getting a brighter, more radiant pattern of light that will give you longer energy life in the battery, longer energy life in the bulb. And you know, LED bulbs, thousands and thousands and thousands of hours worth of life before you lose a bulb. When they're soldered and welded directly to the circuit board, even more life. That's the beauty of the chips on board technology.
Right. And what kind of batteries do you need to operate it?
I believe these are just this 1 AAA.
Oh, that's nice.
1 AAA. So
that's easy.
You get a 4-pack there and you're good to go.
Right, yeah, right, you can cover most of the lights.
You're gonna get a lot of life out of this.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
I do love the fact, that's the one thing as a DIY guy I'm not gonna do if I don't have to. Like, we just got a really fancy doorbell, and I am not looking forward to turning off the power to the old doorbell and replacing it.
Right.
I'm just not good with these things. I'll do plumbing, I'll do a lot of other things. To be able to do this with batteries and to get that extra light where you really need it, that's on a couple of stairs, outside.
Great point.
Outside where if you have a keyless entry to get in and out of your house, your building, your gate, or outside where the gate is where I take out my trash. I've got a metal gate. This will go perfectly because there's always raccoons and all kinds of night creatures out there. I hear things skittering.
You do have an issue with that, don't you?
I don't like skittering things if they're bugs or animals.
And right now on hsn.com, and I love it when you review our products because, you know, good, bad, or ugly, it's all there. We have 16 5-star reviews on this. And this one I thought was interesting. One gentleman said, I had just bought them and had a business. And he said, we had a citywide power outage. It's all on .com, you can see it. He goes, I had a power outage. And he goes, thank goodness I had them. He said, I was able to keep my business open and support my customers because he had these lights.
How about that? That is phenomenal to hear. Now, I do want to show you before we lose time on this again. I want to show you how very bright this is compared to all these other lights. And I'll come around here again to the front of this little cabinet, and I won't turn the other one on, so you can, we'll turn this guy off so you can just see. All right. Standard flashlights. This is that police flashlight that everybody has that you spend all that money on just batteries alone versus that. Look, that's that one. That's that one. Look at how bright that is. Oh, it's not even all the way up. It's only halfway up.
I was gonna say.
There we go. Check that out. All right, it's only halfway
brighter.
up. Now, here, I was using 2 flashlights. Okay, 1 flashlight, there it is on the door versus look at all that light you're getting from one of these, from that chips on board technology. And you're getting 5 of them in the pack.
Right.
You can't buy bulbs for that anymore. You can't buy all kinds. And you definitely can't buy a nightlight for that. All right, one more time with the police flashlight.
Actually, that's really true. Yeah, think about a 5-pack into 19. What are you getting? What is it? What does it come out to?
$4 a piece.
$4 a piece. Yeah, you can't give it a creepy little night light you plug in and only gives you a little teeny bit of light, and certainly is not portable.
And it's plugged in because once you unplug it, it's out.
It turns off.
And now you can walk around with this super bright light. So you're getting a flashlight and a stationary light.
Well, and think about all those closets you've always wanted to have a bright light and you're like so frustrated because you don't. Now you've got the perfect answer. And it truly is bright. When you get it at home, you'll definitely see that as well. Tim, thanks for hanging out.
Nice to see you. All
right, stay right there on the line. We've now sold over 6,300. And again, it's a 5-pack, 2 colors. We have the white or we have the gray still remaining. All right, coming up next, we're going to get to that Hoover. It's the lowest price Hoover we have ever done. Already several hundred have been ordered this hour because I kind of told you about it. It's coming up around the corner. But first, here is a little information on our January monthly special.